Hey guys, Rick here from Stoney Acres Gardening. Welcome to my channel. Today I've got 3 quick tips for you to help get your raspberry patch in shape for the spring. These are 3 things that you ought to be doing now for a good successful crop in the summer. Tip number 1 is pruning. So the first thing that you need to do with your patch every spring is take care of your pruning. And it's very important that you know what type of raspberry you have. We have summer-bearing raspberries and we have ever-bearing or fall-bearing raspberries. And you have to know the difference to know how to appropriately prune your plants. So with a summer-bearing variety, you are going to take out all of the canes that bore last year. They're not going to produce any fruit this year, so you're just going to take those out and then you're going to thin and manage the canes that grew last year but didn't bear any fruit. And those will be the ones that bear fruit this year. With an ever-bearing variety, you have a couple of different options. First and foremost, you can choose to have a summer crop and a fall crop. Normally the summer crops are very small and they also affect the fall crop production because the plants end up putting energy into growing that summertime fruit. But if you would like to have some summer fruit from those plants, then you are just simply going to find the spot on the cane where it stopped growing last year, and you are going to go ahead and prune it off at that point, and then the cane will continue to produce down the cane during the summertime. Or if you would actually like overall more production from your plants, then it's best to just go ahead and cut those canes off right at the bottom and you are done, and you'll just kind of basically clear cut your patch. And I know that sounds counterproductive, but actually is what happens is the patch is then able to put all of its energy into growing new canes and producing fruit in the fall, and you'll ultimately end up with a bigger crop. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how to prune ever-bearing raspberries, there's a link to a video I did quite a few years ago right up here that you can check out. Your next step is some compost. So your patch is going to appreciate a good 2 or 3 inches of compost. That is going to do a couple of things for your patch. First off, a good thick layer of compost as a mulch is going to help keep the weeds down in your patch and help prevent weeds. The other thing that putting a big application of compost on top just as a mulch is going to do for that plant, that patch, is it's going to slow feed that patch all summer long. So I like to take a good solid, and this is one of my favorite composts that's made out of chicken manure, and we're just going to put down a good 2 or 3 inches of compost over the top of the entire patch. Then that is kind of just release its nutrients all summer long. And the last thing that you need to do this spring with your raspberry patch is deal with the runaways. So raspberries are notorious for spreading throughout your garden. They actually grow through this network of underground roots that kind of spread, and then the new canes come up. And every year they're going to want to try and escape the confines of your patch. And so you need to make sure that you manage that. You want to cut those roots off and dig these guys up so that they don't spread into areas of your garden where you don't want them. Now, if you have an area where you would like to establish more raspberries, these are actually really good transplants. All you need to do is dig them up with a nice big root ball, and you can transplant and move them anywhere in your garden. They'll reestablish very, very quickly, and you should still get fruit bearing from those plants this year. All right, so that is what you should be doing with your raspberry patch this spring. Let me know what you thought about this shorter format, and if you enjoyed this quick, short video, and maybe I'll do some more of them. And make sure that you get subscribed to my channel while you're here. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more about growing raspberries, I've got a great idea for you. In the Gardening Academy, which is our monthly membership service, we have a mini course on growing raspberries. It's about 45 minutes long, teaches you everything you need to know about growing raspberries. And that is one of over 30 different courses that we have in the Gardening Academy. Check out the link below to learn more and to join today. All right, that's all I have for you. Happy gardening.